Hey guys, it's Anna here. Side hustle ideas to make money, either online or offline. Welcome to my channel. If this is the very first time that you're here, in this channel we have two core topics. The first one is everything that is about making money online, tips and tricks and step-by-step instructions how to start it if you have never done it before. The second core topic is about the correct mindset, how to have your mindset in the correct way, which is supporting you in your journey instead of blocking you. So if you want to be notified about upcoming videos, just hit the subscribe button right below here, like here, and hit the little bell icon, hit the like button and stuff like that. I hope you will find some value in it. Let's just rock it. So let's start it. I wanted to share with you today 7 different type of ideas, side hustle ideas that has helped me in the past to have some side income. And the first one, what I wanted to tell is the Airbnb, which is kind of like, we all know Airbnb, but this is a little different perspective or little different way. So if you in your city has people who are doing the Airbnb, probably most of them are like property owners, but how you can start it if you don't own your own property. And what I was doing is that to find like owners, like you can find them like through advertisements, like people who wants to give their flat for rent, of course, and they are not like rental agents or realtors. In that case, you can get connected with them and make the offer that you want to rent their place for long term, like at least 1 or 2 years, and the same time you would want to do the Airbnb. Most of the owners, like as far as I see it, like mainly if they are living in downtown, I mean, like if they have their property in downtown, they would really appreciate it, and they could cooperate with you in this. So they will be willing to give their flat for rent for you specifically. So you're going to be the tenant, and you're going to do the Airbnb stuff with this. So the good thing with that is that you don't own the property, you don't have all the responsibilities what an owner could have with his or her own flat, but at the same time you can make a lot of profit from that, because as an Airbnb you could give it like daily basis, of course, and you can earn much more money. Like you can do some calculation, of course it's completely depending on your city, your town, or your country, like how you can make profit from that. But I'm pretty sure that it's kind of a very good way for you to start some additional income, earning some additional income. This is kind of like offline, but at the same time you could do online, because you can put the advertisement on the Airbnb, like that's online completely. You can have your stuff, like, because you need to have like a cleaning lady, you need to have like probably like a maintenance, like a manager to maintaining your like giving the keys for the coming guests and stuff like that. You don't want to do it by yourself. You need to think it like a boss, or like you're going to be like the kind of like not like the manager, but kind of like the boss mindset. Okay, so you need to have your own people, of course. For them, you need to pay a little like a salary or stuff like that, but even like that, if you could make the calculation, you're going to be way in a positive, so in a positive income. So that's kind of like a great stuff for starting. So that's the first idea. Okay, the second one, the number 2 side hustle idea is well, I really like this one, because that's when I was really struggling, like how to get additional income. It has helped me a lot. Like it's like called Lime Juicer. That's like an application which like it's about renting or like for the client, it's like renting scooters in the city all over everywhere, and they just can pick it up and then leave it somewhere else. You probably may have heard about this application or this company. If they are not in your city, in this case, of course, it's not available for you at this moment. But if they are, like, it's a great opportunity. You can do kind of like, I don't know, like $30 to $50 per day just by becoming like a cooperated person with them, like you will be like someone who's going to pick up those scooters, bring it back to your home and charge it through the night, and then take it back to the place where it was before. And it's kind of like, well, the money is like depending on, like, for example, how big is your vehicle. What you can, if you can pick up like 5 to 10 scooters per day or per one occasion, in that case, of course, you're going to earn more. But if you just can pick up like 1 or 2, it's really depending on your capabilities. But it's like daily basis, you can really earn like 30 to 50 bucks per day. Of course, I'm pretty sure that there are people who can like earn up like, I don't know, like $100 per day, which is kind of a nice side hustle. So in this case, of course, you would work like much more and go and load it, and of course your electricity bill could be like a little bit higher as well. But at the end, the summary is again, it's a massive profit. So it's the second idea, how to have like a side income, a side hustle for you. Okay, the third idea is one of my favorite, is about teaching something. It also could be either online or offline. There are like a lot of platforms where you can teach online, like different type of stuff. Like if you're good in some type of languages, some special languages, for instance, or you have like some tech skills or whatever, you can find the platforms where you can teach online, or you can find your own clients through online as well. But at the same time, for example, recently it's a very, very trendy lifestyle to become like a digital nomad. So if you like, that means like you like to travel different type of locations all over the world, and you can earn online, but this is like another topic. But in terms of the side hustle, if you, for example, if you are in a different city specifically, you can put an advertisement. Like the best way to do it, to go to different type of Facebook groups, which is like surround your area. Like for example, if you are like, I don't know, like in Boston, for example, you can set the location to show the Facebook groups, which is about doing things in Boston, and you just go and put your advertisement that you can teach something online what you are good in, either online, or in this case, if you are location specified, you can go and meet with those people. It's really good also to build connections. And what I really recommend, and this has really worked for me, like specifically, that don't just focus on the general education, general teaching. I mean, like if it's about some language, don't just think about like the language, like grammars and stuff like that, like the raw things that we like. There are a lot of good language teachers, of course, and you can do it if you like it. But what I recommend, and people really like that, to help them with a conversation. For example, okay, so they're going to go to job interview, and they need to do it like in English, in Spanish, Russian, whatever, doesn't matter what language you are going to teach for them, and let's offer them, you can offer them to have some conversational meetings. Like they would pay for you, not for specifically teach the language, but to practice the language. So, and even more, it's like more helpful for them. And like that, you can have your side hustle as well. Or you could do like, for example, if you are good in, I don't know, like some kind of dances like salsa, this is very, very famous recently, or Zumba, for example, or whatever, or like couple dances, for instance, and you can put the same advertisement, I mean, like not the same one, but like you can put an advertisement in with this topic, that you can teach couples how to dance for weddings or stuff like that. And it's also another way of how to have some side hustle. Of course, in this case, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it could be offline or online. In this case, it's just specifically offline. Like the advertisement would be online if it's about like dancing, but if it is the dancing topic, but the teaching itself, it's going to be offline completely. That's for sure. Or you can try it like through Skype, for example. Why not? You can do it as well. But in that case, you need to be really sure that how they're going to make the payments. They must pay in advance, and then you're going to do the stuff for them. Okay. So this is the third option. Okay. The fourth idea is the first side hustle idea is to become like a virtual assistant, which is recently very famous and very trendy, and a lot of people are started to do that. It's completely online. But what you can do is, if you just started right now, or if you want to start it as a side hustle at this specific moment, what you can do is to apply again, like to apply for those type of jobs, or you put your portfolio, and you need to first, the key point is to have references and to have clients that are recommending you. So first you need to accept jobs, which is kind of like either for free or for like just a couple of bucks, just to have the references, to get the positive feedback and the positive reviews from your clients. And like that you can apply for higher incomes as well. I mean, like to being paid much more well than for the first one. So it's kind of like, this is like a step by step. If you have done this before, then you already know the procedure, so you already know how to do it. But this is the fourth option, the fourth idea, like a side hustle. The fifth one is kind of one of my favorite. This is if you like the type of guy you like selling stuff and get something cheap and sell it on a higher price. Like, this is basically some kind of merchandising. This is completely online. So if you like to do things like this, for instance, I was able to get a lot of side income when I was really struggling with the money, and I was really struggling to have some additional income. I was able to get some side income, some side hustle like that, to get things like cheap, like little things which people could need, like some type of pens or some nice things. There are like a lot of options. You can do some researches, and what you really like, familiar or like you really fancy those type of things. In that case, you can get it for cheap, like from like there are like services like Alibaba or stuff like that. But we don't need to go that forward. Or that far, because you can get those things like somewhere. You can get someone who's going to make it for you, like t-shirts with different type of like logos, or like different funny sentences or whatever. Like you just need to open your mind in this, and there are like a lot of ideas to get something cheap, or get someone who's going to make it for you for cheap. And then you can put it on what is my way, like what I was doing, and it could be working for you as well, to put it on a Facebook marketplace, because people are reacting very fast there. If you cannot sell it in 3 days, you're not going to sell it at all, or you need to reduce the price. But really, I sold a lot of things like that. What is really, really good, like some additional things for phones, for iPads, for computers and stuff like that. People are really liking that. They really want to give money for that, and either you can decide if you're going to post for them or you're going to deliver by yourself, and you can get connection through that. It's really a great opportunity also to build connections again, which I really recommend you if you want to go forward with your business. So, or the other way is that this is not completely online. It's like if you go like some kind of garage sales, for example, and you get things for very, very cheap or even for free, you can a little bit like refurbish or do something with that, like to make it nicer, to clean it, depending on the stuff what you're going to get on those sales, and then put it on the Facebook marketplace and sell it for, even you don't need to, you can go below the original price, and you're going to earn like a very nice profit from that. I couldn't say specifically an amount, because it's really depending on the product itself and the amount of time what you are going to put in this, but it's a really nice side hustle as well, which you can try if you're kind of like this type of person who likes to get something and sell it and flipping the things very fast. I'm really that type of person. So if you're the same or you're similar, in that case you can make very, very nice side income like that. Okay, the sixth idea for getting some side hustle is kind of to get some type of application. Either it could be like a game application, it could be a other type of application like practice for weight losing, yoga practices, or whatever you like. But what is well, for me, what it was working a lot, it's like the game applications, because most of us like to play with different type of games when you're in the bathroom and you're just pushing the buttons and stuff like that, or you just like, I don't know, you're traveling in a metro if you live in a city which has metro, or whatever, you're in the traffic in your car, and all of us likes to play those type of games or any type of games. And you can either purchase a game application, or you can get someone who's going to develop for you and of course putting all the codes and stuff like that. Like there are like very great websites. I'm going to put it in the description part below, where you can find people, and you can put your project, what you want, what you're expecting from them. You can see the reviews, like if they already, I don't know, developed several amount of applications before or not, or if you have like another plan. For instance, like it could be one type of like in this option, in this idea, there are like two ways. Like there is 6A, which is that, like to get like an application, either you purchase or you develop by someone, or you have like another plan. Also, you're going to purchase it from someone, or in this case, the B option is that it's better if you ask someone or you pay for someone to develop it for you, because you can put your own ideas and you can give all the instructions how to do it and what you want to see in this application specifically. But why it's in a B option? Because you have like, in this case, you have like further plans with this. Whatever it could be. For example, it could be like if you like trading, forex trading, and you're good in that, and you want to create like a group of people who are getting your signals, and you have like you provide an application which they can check and they can get free signals, for example. Or it could be like what I was doing, like sports betting, and you can give like tips for people. There are like different type of strategies in this, so it's not like an offer in this case, but like there are different type of strategies, and for example, you're good in that, or you get someone, again, you have your mindset, like for example, you have the mindset of like a boss or a manager, like you want to hire your people, you have just the idea that you want to have some side hustle, and you get your people, you get your team for that. For example, you're going to have your developer who's going to make the application for you. You have your person who's going to provide you, for example, the signals, the forex signals, if it's about that, or if it's about like sports betting. In this case, you can search for your person who's going to provide you the tips in this case, and you're just kind of like the person who's collecting all those people, and then you advertise your application. You got your people. It's kind of like building an email list, because you're going to build your clients list, and then you say like, I have a service, which is kind of like, it could be like whatever, it could be $10 per month, it could be $50 depending on the service, of course. But from the side hustle, you can get another side hustle, which can be like, at the end, it could be like a full-time income, for instance, like passively, completely, because you build up your client list. What I recommend in this case, if you have this B option, like the 6B option, like having an application but with another plan to have your client, in this case, like just write down a number, what's the specific amount, what you need per month from this, like thousands of dollars or 2,000 or whatever. You write it down like how much would be your service, for example, $8 or $20, and you can just divide the two numbers, and you will get the amount of people that you need for being able to create this. It's really doable. It's really something that is going to work, and it's completely passive. It's a really great feeling, and of course you are going to provide, because there are a lot of stupid things outside, and like I just mentioned, this forex signals and betting options, or like the betting tips, sports betting tips, but there are a lot of bullshit outside. So you want to provide some value with this, like real tips and real signals, and if you're good in that. If you're not good in that but you like the topic, in that case you're going to have your people who are good in that, and you pay for their service, and then you have your client base, so you need to add that amount as well. But you will have the specific like quantity of people what you need to get that special to get that amount at the end. So it could be either like a side hustle, or it could be like at the end it could be like a full-time income, completely passively. Okay, so this is the 6th option. So the 7th option, the 7th idea, the 7th side hustle idea is the following. This is number 1. This is my highly recommended, and the one which is going to give you huge amounts of money in, of course, in the long run. But at the beginning it could be also like a side hustle, but at the end it could change, or not at the end, but at the meanwhile, the middle run, it could turn like completely full online income passively. This is really important. What is that? It's we call it affiliate marketing, or you can say it like, not we, like they call it affiliate marketing, but what I prefer, if you're just brand new with this, I just would say like it's kind of something. For example, you have a service which you are using yourself, and you really want to share it with others. Like for example, it could be like sharing with your friends. Like in that case, it's not like an online business. It's like yeah, I know this guy, and I know that he probably would need also this service as well, and I'm really satisfied with the service. I'm going to recommend this to him because probably he never met this company or this service before. In that case, I'm going to earn some kind of commission after my recommended client. So this is like, at the end, it's affiliate marketing, of course, but at the beginning it's just like some little side hustle with a service what you already using and you're satisfied with. And when you are going to expand it, it's going to be like affiliate marketing, which is going to be like completely online. You will do it with people who before you have never met, you have never knew them before. So it's kind of like something very interesting. But at the same time, you really want to recommend or offer for services and products which you really believe in. So it could be like, for example, if we stick to the online topic, it could be like, for example, you have a company and you need to use, you have a client list, you have an email list, and you really want to be, because it's really necessary in nowadays, but a lot of companies are still not doing it, to use and send emails to those lists. And in this case, you're using kind of like an autoresponder, and you're completely satisfied with that, but you are in a different business, but you want the side hustle, so you're going to recommend this to your friends, as we talked earlier, like a couple of minutes ago, about this. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but it's kind of this one. This is in a little this is like a little side hustle, but in the long run it's going to be like a huge income online and completely passive. So this is the way what I recommend you to approach. I mean, to think big, to expand your way of thinking, how you can do that. I have a couple of videos, and I'm still uploading and creating more videos about this, like how to have the correct mindset when you can completely expand it, and you can think big, and you can think like in the long run. And before you go, if you can do me a favor, if you can put in the comments below which option did you like the most, and which is the one which you're going to probably try it, or which are those options or ideas which you're going to try it, or which it was like familiar for you. But if you can just put the number like from 1 to 7, which idea did you like the most, and you're going to try it, I would really appreciate for that. And also, if you do like this video, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, or you leave me a comment below, and just see you in the next video.